back. This is RT International. More than 260 people have been killed in the Ukrainian conflict over the past 9 days, according to the UN. That makes it the deadliest period since September, when a ceasefire was declared. A total death toll is now over 5,000 people. RT's Roman Kosarev is one of the few correspondents still stationed in the war-torn east of the country, and he joins me live now. Roman, always good to see you there, keeping safe. Fighting where you've been has also been intensifying the last couple of days. What's the situation like now?
The situation right now is as follows. The sides are at a full-scale war, and overnight, Thursday going on Friday, another 3 residential areas of Donetsk have been hit, and as a result of that, one civilian person had been killed. Now, this is all happening on the backdrop of the fact that Ukrainian President Petro Poroshenko, while talking to his military security council, said that he is adding more military reserves to the southeast of Ukraine, and he has threatened the anti-government forces, and I quote, to strike them in the teeth should they continue fighting. Meanwhile, the anti-government forces themselves are accusing Kiev that it continues massive artillery fire here on this territory. Meanwhile, the civilian death count continues to mount here in the east of Ukraine. On Thursday, 15 people have been killed as the result of mortar shelling here in Donetsk at one of the bus stops. Meanwhile, Donetsk is the capital of the self-proclaimed People's Donetsk Republic, and so it was within their territory. And today, on Friday, the city is in mourning as they continue bringing flowers to the scene of the tragedy. And meanwhile, Russian President Vladimir Putin says the responsibility for the deteriorating situation here in the east of Ukraine lies with the Ukrainian authorities, who he says have issued orders to start the massive, large-scale military operations practically throughout the line of conflict. And Vladimir Putin also added that there could be no other way to end this conflict except for peace talks and showing political will.
RT's Roman Kosarev there. The U.S. President Obama recently made the claim that drones are far more less of a danger to civilians than conventional weapons. But one unmanned aircraft operator recently quit, saying hundreds of innocent lives are being lost in an attempt to target suspected terrorists. RT's Anissa Now spoke to him during her show In the Now.
The leadership was lacked quality, but it was also that I was questioning the actions that I had participated in, and I couldn't stand myself for doing it. I actually started speaking out about this stuff because there was so much misinformation out there that I felt that someone needed to tell the truth. And I was in a pretty decent position to be able to do so.
U.S.-led airstrikes against suspected insurgents in Pakistan have killed up to 4,000 in the past decade. The death toll is also high in Yemen, with hundreds of civilians killed by drones. Brendan Bryant also told Anissa how he felt while talking to a woman who lost her husband in a drone attack.
I have to ask you this because our audience has also been sort of adding to this theme today over the past 2 days that we've been bringing up. If you had a chance to speak to the family of one of your victims, what would you tell them?
That I'm sorry. I actually talked with a lady whose husband was killed, whose husband and brother was killed in a drone strike. I talked to her face to face, and she asked me why her husband and brother had to die, and they weren't bad guys. And I just looked at her and I said, I don't know. And that's not really the best thing that I can tell someone who's asking questions about why someone that they cared about was killed, and they need to know the answers. And the really hard answer to say is that I'm sorry that the mistake happened, and I'm doing everything that I can to prevent further mistakes from happening.
I think our audience understood everything and probably really appreciates you speaking out. Brendan Bryant, thank you so much for being in the now and sharing your story.
Thank you.